Nimejifunza kudhiliwa na kufanikiwa katika yote, wewe bado ni Mungu. Ninajua kushiba na kuona njaa katika yote, wewe bado ni Mungu. Hata upepo na uvume, mimi nitakuabudu wewe, chanzo cha uhai wangu. Yesu, nakuabudu. Hata giza nalo litande, mimi nitakuabudu wewe, chanzo cha uhai wangu. Yesu, nakuabudu. Nakuabudu, nakuabudu. Wewe ni chanzo cha uhai wangu. Nakuabudu, nakuabudu. Wewe ni chanzo cha uhai wangu. Praise the name of the living God. And I want to remind somebody today that the Lord is the beginner of your life. Niye chanzo cha uhai wako, you know. And every time we find ourselves alive, every time you're able to talk, every time you're able to see, every time you're able to use your all of your senses, let us appreciate the Lord because of that particular blessing, because it is indeed a blessing. Karibuni sana to my YouTube channel. So if you're coming here for the first time, let me tilt my camera a little bit. If you're coming here for the first time, karibu sana. And if you're coming back, welcome back. Thank you so much, guys, because of your support, because of your prayers, because of your motivation, all through. Asanteni sana sana. Yeah. So to start with, number one, first of all, is to apologize, because I know I've been making so many apologies, and it's not like nikutaka nataka. It's because of some of the challenges that at times I personally go through, especially when I'm taking my videos. But I want to thank the Lord, because in as much as I'm a new YouTuber and I'm learning all these things, like I'm learning one thing at a time, one thing at a time. So on Wednesday, I had told you guys last weekend that we'll be having a midweek motivation that we call the midweek drive, but we'll be moving it to midweek motivation. And I actually took the video that Wednesday. I won't lie to you. I took the video that Wednesday. And then for some reasons, after editing the video, kidogo hivi, ikaniambia it needs, like my phone, because I'm using my phone to take my videos, ikaniambia haina space enough, like I could save the video. So I had to actually start deleting some files, some things from my phone, because I had to delete actually from the internal internal storage, okay? So I happened to, sijui niliguza wapi kwa simu. So my video, all my photos for that day, some of my very important files zote zikaenda. And because of that, okay, well, I won't lie to you, I felt a little bit discouraged kidogo, because I was like, why? I really tried, and then plus I was not feeling so well that week. And that Wednesday I came home quite tired, and I was just exhausted. So nilijaribu baadaye kukaa chini nichukue hiyo video. Actually, even my siblings were helping me, because they had come over. So okay, that's what happened, and that's why we did not upload the midweek motivation video. But coming week, we are going to do that, God willing, and I'm really praying to God that all things go well. And when it goes well, you are going to be seeing the midweek motivation video. Okay? Sawa sawa. And now, straight to the word of the Lord today. This weekend, we'll be reading from the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter number 4. Yes, from verse 7 to 10. Yeah. Chapter number 4, from verse 7 to 10. But just before that, I wish to actually shout out like two of my friends. and one of them is called sijui nimtaje jina, nikutaje jina ama ninyamazie? Anyway, I wish to shout out a friend of mine called Dan. He has been of great support, especially in my music, the music part of me, the worship part of me, training me on vocals, training me on so many other things under music. Thank you so much, and a shout out, a big shout out to you. Still remain to be my friends. Yeah, so the second person is to also shout out Kimathi. I know I nilimpatia shout out, I think last weekend or the other weekend, but anyway, these are some of the people who keep driving me, wanapiga simu at times because some of them have my number. So unapata anapiga simu nauliza, leo mbona hujapost video, nini inaendelea, and all that, how are you doing? And I really appreciate that. And I may not shout you out like your name, but kindly just receive this from my heart. Thank you. To be honest, guys, right now I have around, I think, 91 subscribers. So I might not be able to actually shout out all of them. But for you who is watching, thank you so much for your subscription, for your like. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. And don't forget to support this channel in any other way. In Unaweza. If any one of you would like to want to say something like to me, maybe on advice, Nini, and especially about taking my videos, editing them, you can just leave your comment right after the video or just down here hapo chini kwa comment section. Just leave it hapo. Sawa. Yes, and welcome guys. Welcome to this weekend's devotion once again. So 2 Corinthians chapter 4, let's go straight to it. I know it took me a lot of minutes introduction. Anyway, from verse 7 it says, but we have this treasure in clay jars, so that it may be made clear that this extraordinary power belongs to God and does not come from us. Then verse 8 says, we are afflicted in every way, but not crushed. Okay? We are afflicted in many ways, but not crushed. Perplexed, but not driven to despair. That's the second thing. Thirdly, we are persecuted, but not forsaken. And then the other thing is struck down, but not destroyed. And number 10 says, always carrying in the body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be made visible in our bodies. So this weekend's devotion, this weekend's motivation is all about reminding us that you may be down today. You might go through frustrations. You might feel discouraged. But there is a promise. There is a promise that you might be afflicted in all ways. And as I was looking at the meaning of the term afflicted or the affliction, it means to affect somebody or something in a very harmful way or unpleasant way. And I want to submit to somebody today that you might go through affliction in your life. You might be affected. You might be affected in some areas in your life that are so much, unpleasant and harmful in your life. But I want to remind you that there is a promise that comes with it, that you might be afflicted, but you are not crushed. And that is one thing that I wish we remember. Like every single time you go through a challenge, remember you might be afflicted in all ways, but you are not crushed, And being crushed, another time of being crushed, you are not damaged. You are not defeated. You still have the ability that the Lord has given you to do that particular thing that you ought to do. Are you together? Then the second thing is we might be perplexed. And being perplexed is being confused and anxious because you don't understand something. And this one actually allowed me to just talk to youths. Like right now, so many of us who are youths, tunafikanga mahali, like in our youth journey, in our walk with Christ, at times inakuwa a little bit, you're just anxious, you don't understand like what is going to happen next, you don't understand like what you're supposed to do next and how you're supposed to carry yourself next, and it becomes a bit confusing, simply because we do not understand like this particular stage. Entail nini? How should I go about some of these things that maybe come with being a youth? But I want to remind us today that we might be confused. We might be anxious about so many things that we don't understand. But the Bible, the word of the Lord continues to tell us every time, and I think it's in the book of Deuteronomy, that what we know about God it is for us and for our children. In short, for us and for our generation. But what we do not know, it is not for us to know. So at times you might not even be able to understand like why you're going through some things in life. You might be confused in so many areas of your life, but we are being encouraged and being told, but we are not driven to despair. And being driven to despair, it means like we have not lost that hope. Haujapoteza that hiyo matumaini. That hope in God and like in our hearts, that you're able to actually keep on going despite what you're going through at whichever moment in your life. Okay. Then the other thing is we might be persecuted but not forsaken. And being persecuted, it is being treated in a cruel and unfair way simply because maybe of some differences that we have as individuals. You might find yourself being treated in a very unfair and a very cruel way. Maybe, for example, allow me to say, because these things do happen, you might you might actually face persecution, like even at your workplace. Yeah, simply because maybe of your belief, simply because of what you believe in. Like if I can give an example with myself, when I was in high school, most of the time I would get bullied, and especially when I was in Form 1, I would get bullied, um, yani, simply because of my belief in Christ, and simply because of like I used to carry myself with my principles, and I wouldn't allow myself to actually like ninge kwa peer pressure, nugget. So that time I would actually go through persecution. People would, kids, I mean, in high school and the stuff that happens in high school. I know some of you and most of you maybe can feel what I'm trying to say, because those things used to happen, and I was in a boarding school. So hata mtu akitaka kufanyia kitu mbaya anaweza kufanyia kitu mbaya. And at one point, I was actually booed at. It's a story of my life, and one day I'll give a story of my high school life. It was not easy. I was actually a very, very quiet person. But as I read this, but in hate, when you're in hate, that you might be persecuted. But imagine you're not forsaken. And being forsaken means, hiyo kuachanishwa, umeachiliwa na watu wenye wanafaa kuwa close to you, encouraging you and holding you, and giving you a shoulder to lean on, a shoulder to cry on, a shoulder, to just encourage you. You are not forsaken. We actually can be forsaken by so many people in our lives. But imagine there is that one friend who sticks closer than a brother, and that is God. God can never forsake you. God can never leave you. God can never walk away like from taking care of you. Why? Because He is God, and haizi jikana. Are we together? Haizi jikana. And then the other thing is we might be struck down, but we are not destroyed. You might be attacked, you might be hit. Hata kuna time like there was a time, I think this week, I've talked to a friend of mine, and then alikuwa zile za Rachel, I'm just feeling down, I'm discouraged, I feel like giving up in everything in this life. And then I was like, why? So he happened to tell me the whole story, like what he was going through. And then I was like, whoa, it's actually hard, because whatever happened to him, it hit him hard. Okay? And it was not easy for him to like move to the next level and move like aendelee kusonga. So after ameniambia hivyo, I now started praying. I have always been praying for him, but I now took it more seriously, because I was like, well, it's not easy, and it's always good to remind people that there is a God who can never forsake you. So hata tukiongea na yeye, nilikuwa namwambia, you might be struck down, you might be hit by something by the in your life, at some point in your life. But imagine, don't forget that you're not destroyed. You're not destroyed. You're not even dead. You're still alive, and the Lord has given you that ability and that gift of life, that you can still try out something else the following day. So we might be struck down, we might be attacked, we might be hit, but remember, you are not destroyed. And to destroy it is to damage something so badly that it no longer exists or works, or to kill something. Are you killed? No. Are you destroyed? I mean, are you badly hit, or are you badly damaged? You are not damaged. You might be struck down, but you are not damaged, because in us we carry in our bodies the death of Christ, so that the life of Christ may also be made visible in our bodies. And how does the life of Christ uh, uh, supposed to be like visible in our bodies and visible in our lives? It is simply, how we carry ourselves, how we take challenges. Because Christ, Yesu alivumilia vitu mingi, na kama Yesu alivumilia, and you are there, you're a Christian and you have Christ in you, then uko na hiyo uvumilivu, unaweza vumilia vitu mingi. Why? Because Christ endured, so we should also endure. We might go through hell, as we always say. At times you go through a lot of stuff and then you're like, man, me, I'm just going through hell. At times hata uelewi. Sisi kama mayouth unaweza pata wewe unataka kuingia shule usome, umerejectiwa in one university, umerejectiwa in another college, umerejectiwa all over, but we do not lose the hope. Don't allow yourself to lose the hope. Don't allow yourself to lose the hope. And there is a song that has been blessing my heart as I wind up the whole of this week. And especially when I talked to that friend of mine and then alikuwa hit so hard, the Lord just ministered to me through this song by Nathaniel Bassey that says, no one like you, Jesus, no one like you. No one like you, Eze, no one like you. No one like you, Abba Father, no one like you. You're the God of everything, no one like you. It was just being reminded that He is a God of everything. Anajua where it pains more. Anajua where it pains more. Anajua hiyo kiatu yenye umevaa inakufinya wapi. So there is no one like Him. And He's a God of everything. And He has not forgotten you, because He is here. He is here. And I believe, and I want to believe with you guys, that very soon you will be singing another song and saying that, give me a minute. Yeah, I was saying that you will get to that point, and I want to believe with you guys that you are going to get to that point where you're going to sing this song that says, see what the Lord has done. Can you see what the Lord has done? What we've been praying for has come to pass. See what the Lord has done. And I want to believe, let's believe together and hold this fast in our hearts and in our minds, that we are going to sing a new song tomorrow, because your tomorrow must be greater than today. So guys, asanteni sana because of tuning in to watch this video. I started by saying I'm taking this video at night. Hey. And na video imekata kuchukua. Sorry. Yeah, so that's when nilikuwa naongea in low tones because some guys are sleeping in the house. Yes, but all the same, I really thank the Lord because of this opportunity. And just don't forget that God is there for you. Guys, don't forget that the Lord is there for you. So guys, thank you so much. Have a good night. Okay, I know I'm posting this in the evening on Sunday, but I'm taking this video on Saturday evening. All the same, I'm wishing you a blessed upcoming week, because I believe the Lord is going to give us a new week with new things, a new day with new things. So don't think about tomorrow, because tomorrow will care and it will take care of itself, okay? So don't stress yourself. Just carry what you're able to carry for today. What you can't, just let it go, okay? So bye-bye, guys, for now, and the Lord God bless you. No one like you, Jesus. No one like you. No one like you, Eze. No one like you. You're the God of every breath. No one like you. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.